So, a little more about the Cabal and how that has to do with your cycle of life. Now, the Cabal, the tree of life, is inside of you. It is. It is like. Now, we have to understand that these things actually do exist in this realm. It's just that we were not aware of it. All of this magical stuff, this seemingly magical stuff that couldn't possibly be anywhere but in another dimension, actually does exist here. You just have to vibrate with it in order to see it. It's like going from being a muggle to a wizard. All of a sudden, you can see the wizarding world, where before you had no idea that it existed, but it was existing right under your nose the whole time. Like my Buddha, like my happiness, like all of that. It was right there the whole time. You just didn't see it. Okay. Period. Like, I am actually the love I seek. I keep projecting myself out to other people, and I am that love that I seek. If I want somebody to love me as good as me, then maybe I'm the one that needs to love me. But the cool thing about the Cabal is there are these energy circles, and these energy circles are, they have Hebrew letters from the alphabet, which are actually song notes, which I believe you can transcend this reality through music. Or maybe that's just my path. Maybe I'm on a wrong path and I need to be working on my music and learning how to play the piano. Probably. There's something about my voice and my silent child that I have to work out. And I'm about to share some poetry with y'all, and we're gonna slam it down. but I want to keep touching on the tree of life. Now, there are these pathways on the tree of life, and there are these. They're called Sephiroths, which are these energy portals, and God, I really love spirit science. Like, he explains this to in a way, like taking it all the way back to Atlantis, like, and energy portals on the land, which drew certain kinds of people to it. And if you look at it, like, it's about what you resonate with. If you look at it as far as like the Hebrew letters being notes, then you resonate. It's a frequency. You resonate with that frequency. And that's cool. So if you know how to sing that, if you know how to speak that, practice that. I'm gonna start learning it. I wanna read the Torah. This is really cool stuff. Super cool stuff. Um, but not only does it have the Hebrew alphabet, which also ties into all of this Egyptian stuff and a bunch of other crazy awesomeness, tarot cards have a lot to do with this Tree of Life Cabal thing, because there are pathways you can go on the Tree of Life, and the Tree of Life is 3D. It's this spinning thing, but you can see it two-dimensionally is the best way to observe it, but that's not actually how it exists. It's to understand it and to connect it, I believe, is what creates what's called a Merkaba, eh, which is a divine light teleportation vehicle. And if you can learn how to do this, then we don't need machines. If you can learn how to teleport with just your own love machine, and you can tap into this, then you no longer need machines to do anything for you, and you don't have to be taken over by them. Okay? You can let go of the need to control and the need to, and you can be the machine. Be the machine. Be the Terminator. Terminate this own reality for yourself and make a new one. It's really cool. So shut it down. You are the computer program. This is not the computer program. You are. You are the machine. You are the love machine. Tap into it. And a great way to do this is through the process. And the process of the tree of life is let's just say the tree existed. So the tree exists. To include all of the religious fanatics, we'll say the tree just exists. It was all created. It just exists. So God exists. Nothing exists. Love exists. All of these abysses and weird separations between conscious states of awareness. And most of us are working down here in the lower forms. And then eventually we'll all transcend those lower forms and we'll all be up in this area, in this abyss, past this veil of understanding and in this area. And then there's the real abyss, which is really hard to get through. That's a hard one to break. Well, maybe not. It's not hard. It's not hard. Like, and I said that and I made it hard. It's not hard. I create resistance that way. And a really cool thing to do if you if you feel like taking yourself into a psychic state of awareness, into a psychedelic trip without drugs, which is what I wanted to learn how to do from the moment I saw fractals. My whole goal was, how can I see this and be this and feel this all the time? And that was my focus. Trip all the time. And people are like, you don't want to do that. I'm like, but I do. And because I understand, I grew with that, and it's where I gather my most understanding, and it's where I have my shamanic experiences and my most aha moments, and I'm able to like get rid of all of this weird. I get to transcend the first veil, is what I get to do when I'm in a higher state of consciousness, of psychic awareness. And that's a lot of fun. But here's how to do it without drugs. I figured it out. And with the help of Aaron Doty, I have discovered how to trip permanently all the time. Okay? So just tell yourself, don't trip. It's all gonna be alright. Don't trip. Don't trip, brah. Don't trip. 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 And by telling yourself don't trip, you'll create resistance and you'll trip. It's awesome. Try it. But the thing I keep wanting to get to is that the Cabal has a lot to do with tarot, and through chakras and their archetypes, and through seeing some of these tarot characters, you can possibly be able to understand the story that you're living out, and how and why and what lessons lie behind these archetypes, because that's what they're called, the higher and lower arcana. And they create an association. And as you run through these paths, you have all of these paths on this tree, and each path is one of the arcana. There's 22 arcana, and there's 22 paths on the tree of life. Now, these paths go like this. They can go like that, or they can go like this, or they can go like this, or they can go like this. Or, and both of those sides, and either way you decide to go, it doesn't matter. You're choosing your path. Okay? This is what creates the dualistic world of religion, and why we have friction between these two forces. We have these two forces, and they're constantly swirling around each other, and they're influencing each other, and they're making it happen, and they're coming to their realization. They are. They are. Here's the realization at the top of the tree. Realizing everything This is God. And God sends down a little piece of himself to the base of the tree and grows a root, and that root grows back up to God, back up to Source, back up to whatever you believe in. And whatever you believe in, that's the heaven you will go to. Spiritually speaking, that's what happens, is you eventually get to your heaven. What's cool? If you believe in Jesus, you'll go to Jesus' heaven. If you believe in Muhammad, you'll go to Muhammad's heaven. If you believe in yourself, and that's the cool part, is you can choose these, and you can choose to go through the feminine or the masculine at some point. Like, there's the root right up the middle, and then there's these two sides, which the two sides are spinning. So you can jump, and it's a wonderful journey. It goes like boom, 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 boom. It's fantastic. It's like a pinball, and you can be the pinball. You can talk. I've been the pinball. I love being the pinball. It's fun, but come on. You get tired of being the pinball. There's another way. There's another way, which is really, really cool. And this is a way that freaks some people out. But you can bypass all of that. Cheat codes, bro. Bypass all of that. Choose your way. But don't play that song. No. But whatever heaven you go to, if you decide you are the prophet, if you decide you want to speak your truth into existence and you understand a side of it that there's another way, you will go to your own heaven. And other people who follow you will also go to your heaven that you create. And my heaven is right here, right now. And when I truly vibrate with who and what I really want to be, it's gonna be so pretty. The meek shall inherit the earth, and I've never laid a finger. No, that's not true. I might be on the masculine side. I might be cranking for G's. I don't know. I'm still finding it, you guys. But there's a lot of people tying a lot of stuff together that explains a lot of the stuff we don't know. And it's shedding light, and it's cool. But yeah, so enjoy the arcanas. Go read a book on tarot. It's cool. It's not really about the devil. It's about the cycle. And if you really look at the cycle and the circle, that's where the devil lies. And the truth is that God is the devil too. And you are your own creator. And you are the ego, and you are the higher self. You are the devil, and you are God. And you're just gonna have to eventually learn to realize that, because it's who you are now. You are everything. You are everyone. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, because there really is nothing else. This is a fascinating video game, but it's not really a video game. You don't unplug. and you just go invisible. You're always here. You will never actually be here. You will never not exist. But you will never have been. What's going on here? Boo!